Peace and blessings, Michael. I would like to pray all peace, power of protection over you, and for the clarity of mind. I had a message for you last night, but the message was one word, and now I understand what that message is. Abraham, you being someone who travels, you should understand this. For you, when going through life, you have to pay attention to the road. The road isn't always going to be smooth. It's going to be rough. But just like on the road, you have signs you look at. Uh, there are signs in your life that you can look at to know if you're going the right direction. Abraham was told to go out there, Michael. Abraham was told to completely rely on faith. Abraham was told things while still a pagan, and he didn't understand it. Pagan meaning idolizing other things in place of God. But it is written that his righteousness was counted for faith. So it wasn't his faith was counted as righteousness. Either way you want to look at it, him believing God was more precious in the eyes of God than any physical thing in the past that he done or any physical thing that he could do. So it's written that his faith was counted as righteousness. He believed God. He was actually called the friend of God. So you got to pay attention and put yourself in that position and look at the things around you. Look at the road that you've been on and look at the signs that have been around you. And where has those signs gotten you? Have they gotten you to your destination? If yes, thank God. If not, you got to rely back on God. You got to put it all on God. Say, nah, this ain't really get me where I want to go. Or this is not putting me on a path that I want to be on. God, I'm going to just go out on faith on what you want. And God will honor your faith and the instructions that you get from God, because they're not going to be your own instructions. All right. So that was number one, Abraham, to you. All right. So I don't know your faith, but you got to go within and you have to look for a voice. You have to analyze that voice and put that voice to the test. Did this voice get me where I need to be? Or is this voice my own voice and against the voice that I know God has for me? Because what God got for you, no one can take it away from you. No one cannot rob you of it. No one has any power over you. No one has any dominion over making unfortunate situations manifest in your life. You got to throw all those away. All right. And also, Abraham was told to separate himself from things that he probably, if you look at it on a carnal level, would have held on to. You got to separate yourself from some things. You got to separate yourself and you got to listen to God. You got to take that step of faith, and God is going to honor that step of faith, and it's going to get you where you want to go. I feel like you have an uncertainty about something, and you got to put your faith in God. And I'm going to send this to you. And thank you. Welcome.